What's good, y'all? My name is Kayshawn Henry, also known as Chaotic. For those of you who aren't familiar with me, maybe you're familiar with my work. If you've ever seen Nightwing the series on Ismahawk's channel, I was responsible for the original artwork in the intro and the Deathstroke backstory. I've been working with Ismahawk ever since then. This is the first installment of Sketchbook Chronicles. The theme is children's books, and this book is going to be John Henry. Now, Sketchbook Chronicles is a practice session, pretty much. It's me practicing just a bunch of like things that I wanted to try, whether it be like a technique or like just me drawing in general. It's gonna always have a designated theme, and I'm gonna just go from there. You know what I'm saying? And since the current theme is children's books, I wanted to recreate a few of my favorite like titles as a child. You know what I'm saying? So I'll do my best to explain my thought process as we go, but for the most part, just enjoy it. John Henry. I was introduced to this book when I was in like the third or fourth grade. It's an African American hero, folk hero, who's a steel driver pretty much. He pretty much hammered a steel drill into rocks to make holes for like explosives to forge railroad tunnels. And there's other like stories where he's like hammering the actual railroads themselves to like, pin them in place. He would accomplish more work than everyone else to the point where they were comparing him to a machine. So they put him to a test, and he ends up racing a steam powered hammer drill, like a steam powered hammer, and he wins, but he dies in the process with this great feat. This story spoke to me on like several levels. Like I was really touched by it as a child, and like this is when I really started becoming like more aware and in tune with what black people can do as a people, uh, as individuals as well. So me, when I was young, I was like really small. So I'm a little black kid in Harlem. There's like a lot of trouble you can be introduced to. So sometimes you have to forge your own way to avoid said troubles. That's what this story taught me. You know what I'm saying? The the character himself, he's just really muscular, really like fit. One of the things I wanted to try out was I usually outline everything in black, like with a black Sakura Micron pen, but this time I wanted to take a different approach and use like the actual colored Micron pens that I do have. Outline the trees in green, the grass in green and brown, and his skin tones, like the parts that are his skin, outline them in sepia, uh, the wood in brown, the hammer heads, the sledgehammer heads in black, only because like I don't have a gray Sakura Micron. But yeah, for the most part, gave him some black features. I tried to keep it simple. I tried to keep it simple for this video. This is my first one. There's definitely gonna be a bunch more. I don't know which story or book I'm gonna do next. I use like a mixture of Micron pens, um, Copic markers, however you want to say them, and Prismacolor markers. Um, so like my envision of John Henry, he was like always a tall dude. So like that was one thing that I just had to keep. I'm saying sometimes they had him with a hat on in the covers, and sometimes they didn't. I chose not to because like you're working inside of like a tunnel. It's really hot, so I don't think you'd be wearing like anything on your head besides like either a hard hat or you know just something like to protect your head from it, from like damage, just in case like a rock was to fall on you. You know what I'm saying? Pardon me, I'm sick, guys. um, and every story that I've seen, or like most of the stories that I've seen so far, like the covers, they've had John Henry with like a red bandana on his neck. I'm pretty sure that's to wipe up the sweat or whatever. He's always had overalls or like jeans. I chose overalls because they just seem better. I gave him a more contemporary style with them, like the the straps just hanging down as he works. Um, Another thing that I would do is that I use like a lot of like I would use a lot of like comic book type references for like stuff like this. So like he's just walking away from his work site, I guess. I don't know. I just winged it here. Um, he's walking away from pretty much a work site, and he looks like a boss doing it with his two hammers. Railroads, they usually have like these rocks and stuff to like I guess to keep the wood in place so that it doesn't like break. I'm not sure what it's for, but I didn't look all of that up. Doing the grass here. Oh, one of the reasons why I chose to like outline everything in its respective colors is because like I was on Instagram. I follow a man, a guy named, or I'm not sure what their gender is, but their username is Reno Msad. I think that's their full name. It's RENOMSAD. Pardon me, brother. I butchered your name, or pardon me, whoever you are, butchered your name. Forgive me. I chose to go with like the so Reno Imsad. I'm gonna say just Reno. They use the same technique. Like they use it like really well though, and I wanted to see how it would come out if I use it. It didn't come out the way I wanted it to, but you know, work in progress. This is my first time doing it, like outlining anything like this. So I liked the way it came out, but it wasn't what I was looking for. You know what I'm saying? I'll definitely keep practicing that for sure. Chose to go with like a sunset type after sunset in the background. I really didn't know what to put in the trees. I mean, in the background. So I just chose to use the sunset. I was gonna go strictly traditional, but I was like, nah, I gotta throw a little bit of. I had to like contemporize the style, so like, I wanted to mix the two styles that I'm trying to practice, which is digital and traditional style of drawing. Thank you everyone for watching. Uh, I appreciate it if you like, commented, or and subscribe to the channel. More will be coming to you soon. Um, Thank you.